Hi, hello, namaste. A very warm welcome to bio classes. In the previous class, we focused on three major aspects: differentiation, de-differentiation, and a redifferentiation. Uh, and all those are the consequent phenomenons, one after the other. So there, in the first class, in the beginning class itself, we observed one definition regarding the development. So development usually we will refer it as it is a combination of growth and differentiation. We observed that one. So first thing we observe the growth, and along with the growth, in case of the usually higher organisms, we are going to observe the differentiation there. And what is the differentiation? Usually the organism is going to change structurally, biochemically or physiologically. ಅದರ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಕರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎರಡನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸೊ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡೋ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇಟ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ causes development. So today in this class, let's focus on what is that a development, a brief introduction for the development. So let's consider the development term here. Yes. So development means, in the simple way, we will consider it as a growth along with a differentiation or maturation. That one we will refer it as a development here. Whether whatever the organism it might be, either it may be animal or plant. So we are going to observe the development. And the same development we can define in another way. So what is that another way? Here the development means it is the overall changes. So development means overall changes in an organism, or its part during the life cycle or during the lifespan. So here, in simple way, in another way, we will consider development means it is the overall changes. So all changes together in an organism, that means in throughout organism or its any one part or any parts during the lifespan. What is the lifespan? Already we know. So lifespan means it is the time from birth to natural death. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಲಿಂದ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಸಾಯುವವರೆಗೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ವಿಲ್ ರೆಫರ್ ದಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ quality change. So development is a quality change. And what about growth? Growth is the quantity change. So that means a number of cells are going to increase there. And after increasing certain number of cells start to differentiate. So cells barta changes agi start ಆಗ್ತವೆ. Along with the changes that we are going to observe the maturation, and along with that maturation, particular cells or cells group start performing one function. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. Say for example, the mesophyll cells present in the leaf, the major function is photosynthesis, right? There in that leaf itself, the guard cells major function is controlling opening and closing of stomata. And there if we consider the cells present in other body parts, so say for example in a cork region, the lentil cells main function is exchange of gases. And in the endodermal layer of dicot stem, The cell's major function. Some of the cells are acting as passage cells for entry of the water inside. Right? That means cells, along with this change in the structure, they start performing different function. And that growth along with that one, we will refer it as differentiation. And actually here, the development, it starts from seed germination. So here, the starting point of the development, if we consider, that is the seed germination. Bija molke hodiyadanta allindra start aitanta development. And here, from the seed germination up to senescence. Up to senescence, we will refer it as total. All these changes will refer them as a development. Seed germination already we know. So plant life actually starts from the germination of the seed. Our life starts from the division of the zygote there. That means after the formation of the zygote start to divide. And in case of the plant, seed germination, that is the beginning stage of the life. And up to senescence. What is this word senescence? Yes, senescence means old stage. Plant ಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ. After the senescence, the last stage is death. So what is the lifespan actually? Lifespan means birth to natural death. Right? Here birth means seed germination. Death means that is the senescence actually. So ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಡೆತ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಇದು ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದಾರೆ, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ವಿ ನೋ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೀಡ್ ಜರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಡ್ಲಿಂಗ್. From the seedling we are getting plantlet. From the plantlet we are getting young plant. From the young plant we are getting adult plant. From the adult plant we are getting old plant. Old plant means it is under this stage, senescence. Then finally it leads to the death. So ಪ್ರತಿ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So here if I consider seed germination, right? So here seed germination to senescence, the total lifespan we can divide into majorly 3 stages. So total stages, all the stages together. So those stages are, the first one juvenile phase, and next one is adult phase, and next one is senescence phase. That means the major stages of plant lifespan. Plant lifespan ಅನ್ನ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಜನರಲ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ? ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್, ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತ. Young stage, adult stage, old stage. Here juvenile, it is also called as vegetative phase. It is also called as vegetative phase, or we will refer it as juvenile plant stage. Okay, I'll write that one also. It is also called as vegetative phase. Right? So usually most of the times, in case of animals we are using the term juvenile, in plants maximum times we are using the vegetative phase. From the vegetative phase we are getting adult stage. Now let me clear it very clear. In case of angiosperm, that means flowering plants, who bido sasyagal anta ankodu. After the seed germination, that plant will go to certain height or certain size. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಬೆಳೀತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ಬಹುವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಬೆಳೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ 2 years. Now that plant is going up to certain month or certain years without flowers. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬಿಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಯಿತೋ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ವೆಜಿಟೇಟಿವ್ phase ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀನಿ. And after that the plant start producing the flowers. Then I will consider that as a adult phase. Adult phase also called as a reproductive phase. Now in this stage the plant is able to reproduce, and in this stage itself the plant producing the flowers. In the flowers a double fertilization occurs, that means of pollination occurs, and after that flower becomes fruit. Inside the fruit we are going to observe the seed, and that seed is have the capacity to produce one more plant. and ಇದೆಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದು ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ reproductive capacity. And once the adult stage get over, then the plant becomes old. And the plant ಗೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಗೆ ರೀಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. In case of the human beings, usually in case of the female, we will consider after 50 years, around 50 years, the female cannot produce the eggs. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮುಗೀತು ಅಂತ. So then that female enters into the senescent stage. Here also the plant coming to the senescent stage. ಆ senescent stage ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಲೀವ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಚುರಿಟಿ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದ ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕಲ್ ರೇಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಫಿಸಿಯಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಡೆತ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಆ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ these will refer them as changes, and all these changes, during all these changes the plant is grow along with the differentiation, we will refer them as development here, right? In the simple way, the question will be arised, why the development occurs here? So here the development occurs majorly because of intrinsic factors, and next one is extrinsic factors. As usual, how the growth are decided here? Intrinsic and extrinsic. Here also plant inside and plant outside factors are responsible for development here. So plant inside, if you consider, what are those factors? So plant inside, majorly it is genetic, and one more because of hormones, because of genes, specific genes, or because of the genetic conditions. Say for example, banana plant genetic nature is different than the rose plant, or also, okay, in a broad way let's consider. So bryophyte genetic nature, it is entirely different from the gymnosperms. Gymnosperms genetic nature is entirely different from the angiosperms. So because of genetic nature change, and because of the hormones, we will refer them as phytohormones. Hormones means chemical messengers. How our body is having the hormones, in the same way plant is having some hormones, major hormones. So ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಯಾವ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. So these are responsible for bringing the development, and these are plant inside factors, and plant outside factors if we consider. So plant outside factor means temperature is necessary for that one, then pH is necessary, then light is necessary, that means sunlight is necessary, then water is necessary, then nutrients are necessary. Already we observed in case of the conditions of the growth, the same factors we observed. So ಎಲ್ಲ factors ಗಳು, so in the nutrients means either that may be micronutrients or macronutrients, whatever it is. So all these are the extrinsic factors, right? ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗೋದಂತ, and those changes along with the growth will refer them as development here, right? Say for example, in the vegetative phase the plant is usually young, ಅದನ್ನ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ young plant ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. In the vegetative phase the plant cannot produce the flowers. Why? Because those flower producing hormones are not active in that stage, and along with extensive factors are not suitable for that one also. And in the adult stage the plant producing the flowers, it start producing the flowers. Why? Because those hormones are expressing at that time. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್, ಇಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ sometimes. So these are the responsible reasons for the development here. And then in that sense, if we consider some example for that one, suppose if we consider the very smallest development here, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಹೌ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕರಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸಬ್ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Let me consider subcellular development here, a very basic beginning one here. So for example, let us consider, so this is the meristematic cell, and this meristematic cell start to divide and forms so many daughter cells, and some of those daughter cells are differentiated, are changed into mesophyll cell. Let me consider, it forms a mesophyll cell, right? So let's consider mesophyll cell. We are having two types of mesophyll, spongy and pellucid in case of the dicotyledon. ಈಗ ಆ ತರದ mesophyll cell ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. From this cell to this cell, if you consider, cell is enlarged, elongated cell. That means change. Cell wall also change a little bit. Cell wall change. It becomes some thicken. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ thick ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ cell wall. And one more major thing here, the chloroplast number is more. The number of chloroplasts are more. Here the chloroplasts are less or even no chloroplast. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ chloroplast. Why? Because it is directly oriented towards the sunlight. Leaf is directly oriented towards the sunlight. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್, ವೆನ್ these cells are continuously exposed to the sunlight, inside chloroplast number get increased. But ಆ chloroplast ತನ್ನನ್ನು ತಾನೇ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ. Why? Because the chloroplast is having its own DNA. ಈಗ ಆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ತನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ ತಾನೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಿದ್ದ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಲೀಫ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ. ದೆನ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿಕ್ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಗೋದು ಅಂತಲ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಇದು ಒಂದೆರಡು ಟ್ರಾಕಿಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟೆಮೆಟಿಕ್ cell, if you are getting the trachid cell, means inside protoplasm will be vanished. There is no protoplasm, lacking of protoplasm, and the cell wall becomes a thick lignocellulosic cell wall. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಡೆಸ್ಮಾಟಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಗಳು ಆಗೋದಂತ. And such kind of changes will refer them as subcellular development inside. And changes in every cell lead to the changes in the entire tissue, or changes in entire organ, or changes in the entire plant body. So this is how we are going to show the stages. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಗಳು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದಂತಲ್ಲಿ. And there if we consider in the cellular level, how actually we are observing these stages. So let me mark here at the cellular layer. Let me start from meristematic cell beginning, right? ನಾನು ಆ ಸೆಲ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Meristematic cell, it produces new daughter cells, right? Meristematic cells producing new daughter cells, and that is because of cellular divisions. So that is a division actually, right? So I'll mark this one as division. Divisions. Now last time noted, root apical meristem, shoot apical meristem producing continuous cells. That is because of division, and that division is a mitotic cell division. How the new cells ready as well. Now these new cells, they becomes enlarged cells. ಈ ನ್ಯೂ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗುದು ಈಗ, enlarged cells. So this step we will refer this one as enlargement or elongation stage. ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ enlargement ಅಥವಾ elongation stage ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಿದ್ವಿ, right? Now the enlarged cell becomes matured cell. Now the cell is matured. Enlarged cell and undergo maturation. So here, what is the step here? So this step is, okay, I will refer this one as expanding, and this one will refer it as differentiation, right? Differentiation. And after that we got matured cell. Now matured cell, it will undergo senescence. What is the senescence? Old stage. Now that matured cell, it start performing one particular function after certain day or after certain month or after certain year. That is depending on lifespan of the plant and depending on that cell nature. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಚೂರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸೆಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ, and on next at final stage that the cell will undergo death, last death one, right? So actually we started from meristematic cell. So meristematic cell means birth, that means the seed germination. After the seed germination, so here during the seed germination all the cells are meristematic cells. From the meristematic cells new daughter cell will expand and becomes enlarged cell will differentiate, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ adu, then they start performing particular function. Then we got matured cell will undergo old stage senescence, then finally they will undergo death. Right? So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ, right? Developmental stages. So here, and one more thing, during the development the plant will show their morphological changes. Plant ಒಳಗಡೆ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಬಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದರದ ಬೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದಂತ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, okay, let me consider along with the definition, let me consider plasticity. So plants part or the plant's organ or the tissue, they are having this special property, plasticity. So what is this plasticity? So plasticity means the capacity to change the morphology of particular organ by the stimulation of extrinsic or intrinsic factors. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿರೋ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬರೀಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀಟಾಗಿ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ. But keep the definition here on majorly. The capacity to change the morphology of particular organ or any one tissue by the stimulation of intrinsic or extrinsic factor. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲೀಫ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಟೈಮ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಯಾವ ಶೇಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, ಲೀಫ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ಶೇಪ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. But in some cases, in some plants, in some terrestrial plants, we are going to see the change in the morphological nature of that particular leaf. ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಲೀಫ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. So such kind of capacity will refer it as plasticity. And such kind of plasticity, it may occur during life stages. So during the life stage that plasticity will be changed. So life stages ಹೆಂಗ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, how the life stages are changing, the plasticity also changing. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಂತ. Or so that plasticity, it may be influenced by environment also. environment ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಂತ. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗೋದಂತ, ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಸಾರಿ ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಸ್, ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಸಿಟಿ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. Best example for this one is heterophilic condition. Yes, heterophilic condition. So let's talk about this one here. What is the meaning of hetero? Hetero means different. Phily or phyllis means leaf. Phily means leaf or leaves. Then what is the meaning of heterophily? Different leaves, different kinds of leaves present in a single plant, present in one plant. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗೋದಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಸ್ heterophilic condition here. And just I mentioned, the plasticity condition can be controlled, or it is because of environmental changes, or it is because of the internal phases changes. ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹಂತಗಳು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಬೋದಂತ. So for this one, so let me first focus on the environmental condition changes. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಆ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗೋದಂತ. So for that one, so let me consider one example. So one best example. Buttercup plant. The plant name is buttercup. In the buttercup, let's consider two kinds of leaves. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದು ಅಂತ. So for example, let me consider, this is the water surface, the surface of the water. Buttercup, it is one hydrophyte. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. Just like lotus, it is one hydrophyte. And let's consider this is the water surface. Now downside we are having the sediment soil. From that soil the plant has arisen outside. So ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Now here the plant has arisen here in this order. This is the plant. Some portion of the plant is inside the water, submerged, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದಂತ. And remaining portion of the plant, it is on the surface of water. Water ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, emerging. Emerge ಆಗೋದು submerge ಆಗಿರೋದಂತ. So here this is the stem, and of course the stem is having the leaves. All these are the leaves, right? All these are the leaves, and the leaves are in this way. Yes, all these are the leaves, right? So leaves are present in this way, and when the same leaves are coming outside, these are the outside leaves. The outside leaves are different here, like this. Yes, these are the outside leaves, right? See here, when the plant portion present inside the soil, the leaves are in this way, and when above the water, the leaves are in the shape. Morphology get changed here, right? So here inside the water, habitat is one type. Outside the water, air is present here, aerial, and this is aquatic. Aquatic leaves are different from aerial leaves, and these leaves are dissected leaves. All these are the dissected leaves. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ elongated ಆಗಿರೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ leaves ಗೆ. These are dissected leaves, and these are the broad and bilobed, broad and lobed leaves. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಗಲಾಗಿದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಅಗಲಾಗಿರೋದು ಲೋಬ್ಡ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪೀಸಸ್ ಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಂತ leaves ಮೇಲೆ. ಲೋಬ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರೋದಂತ. So and here when the plant is present inside the water, the leaves are dissected here. The main reason is, so when the plant is present in the water, if the leaves are in this way, let's consider all these are the leaves. So here in between water is there, so leaves can easily move inside the water. They can easily show the movement. What are the leaves like movement agbodu leaves? ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ವಾಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳ, ವಾಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಂಟರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೂಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸೇಮ್, ರೈಟ್? So it is because of change in the environmental condition. So this is the heterophily majorly observed in buttercup. Right? In that one we can observe. And if we consider the heterophily, and it is the example for plasticity, right? And if we consider the same heterophily condition in other plants, say for example, if we consider some other plants, coriander, cotton, larkspur, if we consider these plants, so in these plants also we can see the heterophily condition, but that is not because of the change in the habitatal environmental condition, and that is because of change in the life stages. So already we observed juvenile stage to the adult stage to the senescent stage, how the pages are changing at that time. So leaves structure and morphologically leaves are also changing, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗೋದಂತ. So if you consider the best example, already we are familiar with coriander, ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಎರಡು ತರ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ. 2 types of leaves we are observing there. Some types of leaves are present in this way, ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಈ ಶೇಪ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ನಮಗೆ. ಇವನ್ coriander, in cotton also we can observe. Or in the same way, if we consider third plant example, there here we can observe this kind of leaf. Right? So this is one kind of leaf. And in the larkspur plant, the leaves are present in the shape when the plant is present in juvenile stage. When the plant in the vegetative stage or young stage, the leaves are present in the shape, and the leaves are having incisions. All these are the incisions. ಆ leaves ಗಳ edge ಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ incision ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲೀಫ್. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಟು ದ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್, ಅದು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಲೀಫ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗೋದಂತ. ಹೌ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೌ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಲೀಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ observe the leaf in the shape. Yes. So the leaf is present in this way. See here, compared to this leaf and this leaf, actually this is the adult leaf, right? This is not juvenile, this is adult. So compared to juvenile leaf, adult leaf is having many lobes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ lobes ಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ, ಪೀಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ, but here it is not lobed, right? And in the juvenile stage and adult stage, leaf morphology get changed. And that is also because of either internal factors or external factors, and this is one kind of development here, right? So development ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ನೋಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ. And one more thing, so in the definition of the development we observed a term lifespan. So regarding the lifespan, we have categorized the plant into 3 types majorly. Which are those major 3 types? So we are having 3 types of plants. Annual plant, and the second one is biannual plant, and the third one is perennial plant, right? We are having three kinds of plants depending on their lifespan. Annual, what is this annual? Annual is year, 1 year. Annual examination, ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಬೆಳೆ ಅಥವಾ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಸಸ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So the plant or the plant which is having the lifespan of 1 year or within 1 year, it is going to complete its life cycle. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಬದುಕಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬದುಕಬಹುದು. Annual plant. By means 2 year. It's a lifespan maximum. It's a lifespan. It can grow up to or it can lead the life up to 2 years. ದ್ವಿವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. And perennial, the plants which are having the lifespan more than 2 years, right? So in annual plants, if we consider the major examples, so our farmer, whatever they are growing in their agriculture land, most of the crops are annual crops. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೈತರು ಬೆಳೆ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಬೆಳಿತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸಲು ಕೊಡ್ತಾವೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ. That means their lifespan is just 1 year or within 1 year. Annual plants, rice, wheat, maize, chia maize, corn, all those are the annual plants. And if you consider biennial plants, the plants which are having the lifespan more than 1 year within 2 years. Onion family, cabbage family, those most of the plants are biennial plants. ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೋಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಟ್ರೀ ಅಂತ ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪೆರೇನಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಹಿಯರ್ in annual plant and as well as in biennial plants, easily we can differentiate the pages of lifespan. So that means vegetative page, adult page, senescent page ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಈ ಟೈಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಳಕೆ ಹೊಡಿತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಂತ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೂ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಿಗೆ ಬಂತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಹೂ ಬಿಡೋದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಡೆತ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ. But we cannot separate those such kind of stages in case of the perennial plants. Say for example, best example, mango. If you consider mango tree, ಮಾವಿನ ಮರ. So mango tree, every year it is producing the flowers in a particular season. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ particular season ದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೂ ಬಿಡುತ್ತದೆ. If it is producing the flower means what we will refer it as, that is the reproductive page or adult page. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಹೂ ಬಿಡ್ತು. That means in the spring season, let us consider Vasanta Kaladari. So this year it has produced the flower. Once that season over, there is no production of the flower. Whether that plant enters into old stage, no, it cannot enters into old stage. Why? Because next year again it is producing the flowers. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಹ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪೇಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ಆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. So in perennial plants, easily we cannot separate such kind of conditions. And one more thing, in the perennial plants or in other plants, in other plant cases, the plants are showing their activity in a particular season, or the growth of the plant, it is concerned with a particular season. Usual ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಸಂತ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡೈಕಾಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಂತ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೀಸನ್. ಸೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇದೆ, ಫೆನಾಲಜಿ. ದಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೆನಾಲಜಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ತರದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದಂತ. ಸೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಫೆನಾಲಜಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ development definition and development stages, and regarding the development we observed heterophilic condition, and heterophility is example for plasticity, right? So in the next class, so let's start with the materials which are responsible for development, internal materials. Yes, thank you.